I can think about is you.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Dana Marche, and I know I've been gone forever, but now I'm back. Am I the Dolan twins? Alright. So I know why you're here. You're here to hear about my experience going on tour again. So we're gonna start with LA, which was my first show. Guys, LA was probably my favorite show. It was a hype. Like, I wasn't barricaded or anything like that. Like, me and Telsey stood in the back. So at first I wasn't gonna go. I was just like, eh. And then some of my friend Z, she was like, well, I want to go to LA, so if I fly out, are you coming? I'm like, I have to now. Like, Z, that's my best friend. Like, I had to go out there. So went out there with Z and Nicole, got an Airbnb with them, and met up with my friend Beth. Like, bruh, love her so much. Like, other people, like, I met Hasina. Bro, I love Hasina. She was so funny. Oh, here's this video of us surprising her when we got to LA. We had to drive. We went all the way to the valley, and I went and got a tattoo. So it was a lot that we did, like, the day of. So I happened to get there Saturday and got there early, and then we went around. We went to the Grove, then we went up to Sherman Oaks so I can go get my tattoo by pretty much his tattoo artist, Chris, which I'll put his link and stuff down below. But here's a picture of the tattoo that I got. And if you know where it's from, good for you. If you don't, it's from The Greatest Showman. PT.1 had said it. And yeah, it's my favorite, and it goes with who I am. And I got happy in art and red because it's just the most important things in that sense. Like, yeah, everything that's red on my arm is significant to something. But then we ended up going to the valley, surprising Hasina. It was so cute. And we ended up being in the valley for like hours, like just at Hasina's job. And then Beth came and picked us up, and then we got high, and then yeah, that's night one. And then the next day was the concert. So my fit, best. I loved it. I don't care. I loved it. And so had all of it came from Fashion Nova, except for the shoes. They're Nikes, but yeah. And I did my hair myself. At lashes, and then I had on these sunglasses that I got from Sunglass Spot for like $7. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. And then we had left, and Beth came and picked us up, and we just looked bomb. We had left, and we spoke before the show, and we were in front of the tour bus. We were like, oh, the boys are just watching us. We just chiefing. Like, the boys on the bus like, oh, they chiefing, bro. But it was Gunnars tour bus. And if y'all don't know who Gunnar is, bro, y'all need to get into Gunnar. Got his hoodie right here. GG. But, yeah. So, after we ended up, we were just smoking. We went inside to Ralph's and stuff like that. We're just waiting around. Cause it was like we were there at like 10, and being there at 10, like, just nothing was going on. We were just waiting, and so more people started to come, and then Nye, oh my gosh, Nye is literally my other half. Like, bro, she is that right there, partner in crime. Like, look at these pictures that we just not serious in, and it's just like, why are we like this? And then we ended up, and then Telsey came and surprised us. Like, dude, like, that was probably the best. Like, no one was ready, but we low-key knew that she was coming, but we were just like, what the fuck, why are you here? And so then we ended up going to smoke again, and we were walking to Ralph's, and we see Tristan Tales. We're like, is that Tristan Tales? And what is? He goes, Tristan. He goes, oh, hey, what's up? And we're just like, what's up? Like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, you see someone on YouTube and then you actually see them in person. So it's just like, you know. We realized that Tristan was there because Kai was the boys' photographer. And here's a picture I took with him. I'm not even going to go into detail. That's just Kai, okay? So I've known of Kai for like a minute because like I watched Tristan Tales and Tessa Brooks and stuff like that, so I knew who he was. But the weirdest thing was, we walk into Ralph's again, completely toasted. Me and Kai make eye contact while he's like checking out, and I'm like, like I did a little smile, but it was like weird because like I've never like actually like seen him in person. And I was just like, and I realized that it was him because Tristan was right next to him. I was like, oh, that's Kai. Different in person. But then we just waited, still waited, and had early entry, so I was like waiting till meet and greet had got their stuff, and Telsey were just like walking around. We're just like high off our asses, but we're just looking around, and we go to the back and we see Gunnar, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's Gunnar. And we're like, that's Gunnar? Like I wasn't expecting him to be that tall. Like this man was tall. Here's our picture. I was standing on a little thing and he was still taller than me. That's how tall that man was. And I talked to him for a little bit. He was really nice. That's why I was like, oh. So, but we still hadn't like seen him perform yet, so we were still like a little skeptical, but like, it's fine. So it was about time for everybody to get let in, so we're waiting in our lines. I'm waiting by myself because all the rest of my friends had GA, and I was really just about to be like, all right, I really didn't need to buy on my way at this point because I literally stood in the back, but it's fine. So Telsey was like, stay in the back with me. I was like, all right, bet. We're in the back with all the like social media influencer people, bro. Denzel, Ricky, Bell Twins, Roy Purdy, Willie Jones, Sammy Wilkinson, like, bro, all these people are in front of me, and I'm like, oh, Diamond White, and then her friend Haley, and then the little Curtis guy, the boy, like, so many people were in front of us, and I'm just like, what? Like, this is like a dream. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was just a dream. And then they're all in front of us, and I'm just like, bro, like, what? This is crazy. And then Gunnar performs, and I'm just blown away. I'm like, bro, this kid is talented. Like, what? I don't even know. Whatever. So this kid is just amazing. And then the boys came on, and it just went crazy from there. Like, we had drinks on top of that. Like, we were just like high and drunk. And then Willie Jones was in front of us, and he had his drawer, and I was like, can I hit that? And so he hands it to me. I'm like, bro, what? So then I'm in the rotation all of a sudden. Like, he comes back and is holding it in my face, but I'm going off the healthy, so I'm not even looking at this man. I like open my eyes, and he's like this, and I'm like, oh, what's up? Like, just that gone. And so it was just a great experience. Like, Sammy Wilkinson was right there in front of me, but he was stoned out of his mind. I didn't get to talk to him because I accidentally hit this guy behind him, and then they moved, and it was just like, and then someone was trying to get me to jump over into where all the social media influencers were, and they were like, the person's not looking, come on, let's go. I'm like, what? Like, why are you trying to get me to do bad things? But I was definitely about to do it. Like, if he would have came back, I would have definitely did it. But before it ended, one of pretty much his mutual friends of mine was like, oh, come find me after the show and I'll give you this bracelet. And so I was like, okay, it's for the after party. So I was like, okay, cool. So I tell Telsey, and I'm like, oh, well, they just told me. And I was like, I don't want to go unless like everyone like can get in and stuff like that. But then we were like talking like, oh, well, let's go and see what they say. So it was me, Telsey, and Z. We went to go talk to them, and they gave us their wristbands and stuff like that. So we waited. We were waiting, and we got into the party and all that. Like, everyone was like staring at us like we were weird. But I mean, it wasn't like we were like being obnoxious, but we were with this girl who was kind of just too much in the sense of that we needed to be like incognito, like just chill, like nonchalant, and it just didn't feel that type of way. So, and then we were like talking to Willie Jones and stuff like that, and made friends with Alexis Chapman, which is one of the boys' really good friends, which here's a picture of us, like, because it's so cute, I love it. But just smoking a jewel with Willie Jones, and then we get in trouble. We get caught. They're like, no smoking. We're like, bro, everybody in here been smoking. Okay, whatever. So we put it away. Then less than like 5 minutes, we get kicked out, and we're like, we're allowed to be here. And they're like, you've been requested to leave. By who? Please. Still to this day, we don't know. And it's okay. It wasn't our time to shine. We'll shine another time, another day. It's cool. So once we got requested to leave, it was just like, whatever. We were just about to go home. We just smoked the rest of our blunt, just waited. The boys got kicked out too for underage drinking, so it don't even matter. Like, we got kicked out, they got kicked out, whatever. So we ended up just going home and chilling and stuff like that. Then the next day was Anaheim. Woke up early, drove to Anaheim, and that was a good day. That was my meet and greet day, so I was excited to go and see my babies, you know. And it's because I haven't seen them since like August, but like, you know, that's not that long, but like August, September, October, whatever. But I was just excited. I was drinking that day too, and it was just literally just like, it was just a fun day. And ended up hanging out with like all these new people, making new friends. Like, I just love meeting new people, making new friends. Like, here's our group picture. Like, love this so much. It's just so cute. And that day wasn't too bad. We went to Johnny Rockets, and we were just like eating there and stuff like that. And then Austin comes up, and I'm like, oh, what's up, Austin? He's like, oh, hey. And I was like, so have you heard about anybody going to like 14 shows? And he was like, no, I don't think I have. I was like, I am 14 shows. He was like, what day? That is crazy. Like, why are you going? I was like, you remember my name? Calling me Day and everything. I was like, look at you remembering. You know how many times I told this man my name? He finally remembered. Crazy. So we ended up, we were just eating, and then everybody decided to come in Johnny Rockets. Like, literally it was just me and Z sitting there, and then once Austin came, everybody was like, oh, we want Johnny Rockets too. We were like, okay. All right. So once we get inside, I go and take my pictures, and I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, my voice is all like gone, like disgusting gone. And Austin's like, hey, Day. And I'm like, come on, like, don't do that to me. So go in and give everybody a hug. And then Brandon tries to go back to the end. I'm like, Brandon, what you doing? In the middle. And Nick was like, yeah, you already know, in the middle. I was like, okay, Nicholas, thank you, best friend. You already know what it is. and I thought it was just so cute. And we just took the cutest little picture. Here's the meet and greet picture. I love it. And I had on the dope jacket, which that was probably like my fave fit, which I didn't get to say anything about it, but here's that fit. But Edwin has the same dope jacket, and I go to him, I'm like, I wore it better. He was like, all the boys was like, and I was like, you know, I did. He was like, you did. I was like, we know. And then so we just go around, we're waiting, and bro, I had to use my voice, and I didn't have a voice. I'm sitting here trying to make sure everything goes smooth, like everybody trying to push and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, this is not what we're about to do. And then ended up getting like third from barricade, and let me just tell you, Anaheim was the worst experience ever. I don't care what anyone says, like, it deadass was. Like, I was being pushed. I was just standing there. I was like, no, I don't like this anymore. So once I finally went to the back, I went to go talk to the little mini much. So I was talking to Jordan Bugatti, the little Nick from Real Friends, and he was like just so sweet. And I loved his mom. Like, his mom, cool. Like, love them so much. I kind of like talk to them, not like every day, but like almost every other day and stuff like that. And then we just waited. Like, it was just a long day, like just long. And we were about to, everybody was basically leaving the next day, like in the morning or whatever. So we were just all like kind of just tired and just wanted to relax and stuff. We wanted to go get In-N-Out, but we didn't. And then the boys ended up going to get In-N-Out, and it's just like, okay, cool. But yeah, LA was my favorite. Anaheim was trash altogether. I mean, like it was good for the most part, but then after the pushing and stuff, it was just like, no, we can't do this no more. And it was just like made me like hesitant of wanting barricade again. And then yeah, so after that I went home, chilled at home for a little bit, and waited till Diamond got to Columbus so we can head out on our road trip. So Diamond came in, and let me just say that road trip was just everything. Like, we had our highs to our lows to just, yeah. So we drove down to Florida, but we stopped in South Carolina with my cousin, chilled there for a day, and then went to Orlando. Orlando was a really fun show. Like, I sat on the side with my friend Katie and her little sister, Bella. So cute. They were so cute. Bella was just so happy, just loved it. And we were just like watching, and then Gunnar just performed beautifully every time. The boys went off every time. I barely recorded at these shows because I was just like so into it and having a great time. And we stayed out there till almost like 3 o'clock in the morning. The boys were just out, you know, just having fun or whatever. We talked to Austin. He came on, took pictures with me and Diamond. Then went and talked to Nick. Oh, here are my pictures with Austin. And then went and saw Nick and low-key like surprised him because I was down in Florida. So here's that video. Best friend, I just wanted to tell you, it's me. You come on, you already know.
You were popping out. Wait, where were you? You were popping out in a dope ass fit.
Yeah, I was in LA. I was in Anaheim.
No, but what, you were in like a local restaurant. You taking pictures on the table and shit.
Oh, me. I mean, and you ain't like. That's my best friend. Like, he got jokes. He talk about my Instagram pictures. Like, boy, if you don't stop stalking me. That's kidding. But then we ended up. We went, I mean, because like it was Nick, Edwin, and Zion that were outside, but I just like said a quick hi and bye to those two because they had to go. It was like time for the bus to leave or whatever. And after Orlando was Atlanta, and Atlanta was lit. Like, so we ended up meeting up with our friend Janae, which she lives in Atlanta because she goes to school down there. So we ended up meeting up there. We went to, went and picked up Janae and Far and stuff, and then we were just like hungry, so we went and ate. We saw the boys running around, we saw all the boys and stuff like that, and then we almost got in a fight in Atlanta. So there's this guy, it was Halloween too, and these kids were like walking past and I don't know, all the costumes and stuff. We was in the car laughing, so they was looking at us like we was laughing at them or something like that. We wasn't, but the guy had on their super suit costume from The Incredibles. So we were like, oh hey, we like your super suit. And Diamond opened the door. We were like, oh hey, we like your costume. And they was like, why you got that Tonio voice? We're like, what? Like, I don't get it, whatever. But we they was trying to fight, and it at this point became too much. So I put my car in reverse and was about to whip it around and run these kids over. Like, I did not care. Like, it was just too much. Like, and they pepper sprayed Janae. Like, bro, what? Just ridiculous, just unnecessary. So after that, we just was like, no, we can't do this no more. So we just went back to Janae's dorm, just chilled out there. Well, we actually went to a little Halloween party, costume party, whatever. And yeah, we chilled there for a little bit, and then we went back to Janae's dorm and just went to sleep because like it was just tired, like concerts next day. Bree came, which I love Bree so much. We ended up having like such a great time. Went to the show and met some more new friends. Like, it was just an experience. Like I love meeting new people. And these girls came up to me, they're twins, Jada and Jordan, and they were so sweet. Like, oh my god, like, I love this so much. Here are the pictures that we took. They were so cute. And we stood in the back for this one too. We were right behind Twitch and stuff, just messing around with him. And why did he come with those Pierre waters? And I was like, is one of those for me? He was like, do you want one? I'm like, I'll take it. So he hands it to me. I was just like, I'm just kidding, it's okay. But I already know Gunnar and the boys went off. They went off. Like, we just in the back just going off. We were just lit. And so then we went outside and we were just waiting, chanting and stuff. ATL ho, ATL ho. Like, they lit. They loved it. ATL was lit. So then we waited and all the boys ended up coming out. And so, guys, y'all already know how soft I am. Me and Brandon's pictures, like, the way this boy, I'm gonna roll the video and y'all just decide for yourselves. Like, did you see the way that he was hugging me? Like, he was not letting go. Okay, but and then we took some cute pictures, which here, because you know we always do, and And then I went and talked to Zion, and like I was just like, oh hey, what's up? He was like, what's up? We were like talking about the shows and stuff, and he just pulls me into a hug, and I'm just like, okay, you're cute, stop. So here's our picture. And then I went and talked to Ed, and bro, Edwin cussed me out low-key, because I was like talking, and I was like, you remember me? He's like, you act like we didn't go to a whole fucking amusement park together. So who was he talking to? Because I don't think it was me. Because yeah, but I was like, ooh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything like that. I didn't mean it. So we took a cute little picture, and oh, this is my fit. I call that look bajinja. And so then went back and talked to Brandon again, because I got him this cute little shirt, and I wanted to know if he was gonna wear it, but like he didn't. It's fine though. And then I went and said hi to Nick, and like he's still trying to tell me about my Instagram pictures. I'm like, I know what I posted, home skillet, like leave me alone. And then we were the boys had got back on the bus, and I had talked to Kai for a little bit, you know, just having our little banter. And then we were waiting because Katie's car, there was something like wrong with it, so we had to wait, and we were waiting out there, and then Nick and Zion came out again, and I seen Brandon again, and we were sitting there talking to them for a little bit. Went and got more drinks. We were just out here just drinking with them. I mean, not with them, but they were like standing right there with us, watching us drink and stuff like that. And so then they got on the bus, and then we were Katie finally did something with her car, and then we left, and then got stuck in Atlanta for another day and spent time with Kia, and we was just for a ride out of our minds, like, bro, gone. Then once we ended up getting out of Atlanta, we had to go back to Columbus, and that caused us to miss Philly, New York, and Washington, D.C. And so we didn't get to make it to those shows, but we went to Cincinnati. We ended up getting to Cincy, and Cincy, listen, I had so much fun in Cincy. Like, this is my fit. And then my new friends Hannah and Christina ended up like spending like basically the whole day with them. Like, bruh, I love Hannah so much. She was my Twitter friend, and then we just ended up just spending the whole day, and we were just lit off our asses. And we ended up getting barricade for that show, and then I also had meet and greet for this one. So here's the picture, and it gets wilder from there. So meet and greet, we ended up I took a lot of pictures at meet and greet, because we took a group picture, me, Diamond, and Victoria, and we got to take 2 of those, and then, which, here they are. They're cute, but this one's hilarious. And then the boys were just shook after that, and that was like a really good show. Like, Brandon was definitely like, listen, if y'all would have seen the that is love him, but just playing around and stuff. And Cincy, I also got to meet Lily. Like, dude, she was like, oh my gosh, I get to meet the boys. I'm like, yes you do. So here's a picture of me and Lily. I thought it was so cute. I love it. That was like, Cincy was my 5th show, so I ended up like, just Cincy was actually really fun. And once it hit midnight, Nick came out, and we sang him happy birthday, which here's the video of this.
Happy birthday, dear best friend. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Took some pictures of him and stuff like that, but it was, the first 5 stops were actually memorable and really fun. I think the next 5 are probably my favorite though. Literally. But I hope you enjoyed this story time, because part 2 is coming. So the next story time will be in a couple days. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment down below if you went to the function tour, if you've seen me at the function tour, or if you, I don't know, like, but yeah, so give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, and comment down some states or places you want the boys to go, and subscribe, because you're here already, so why not? And I'm gonna start posting more frequently, so I'm about to get back into the groove of posting weekly, so stay tuned for that. So you might want to click that bell so you know when I post. Bye.
take you far away.